Wamen Boon, welcome back to another episode of Voices from Grace podcast with your host, Jake Stone. Today I'm here with
Medea.
Medea is from class
10.
10. And today we're talking about how the title of Romania's best English speaker in high school was stolen from her. I never have anybody call or text me, but the one time the camera starts rolling and I'm busy. Okay, so first things first, we have to talk about our first main rule of the day. And the first main rule of the day is nu avem voie să vorbim in Romanian. This is all English. So far it's been pretty good. Okay, what's special about today? Today is Teacher's Day. Did I receive a bouquet of flowers for being a teacher here at the school?
I don't think you did.
I did not, so I took this one from the class so I could put it on the table so it looks good for the podcast. Okay, that was maybe an elementary question, so let's kind of step up the game a little bit. What is one of the hardest words for you to say in English?
I think Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce? We're going to have to chat GPT how to say that. I don't even remember how to say that. Worcester sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
It's not literally literature?
No.
Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Who came up with that? What were they thinking when they made up that? Let's just make something that doesn't make sense. It's a sauce fermented liquid condiment invented by pharmacists John Wheely Lee and William H. Henry Perrins in Worcestershire, England. All right. Mm-hmm. Do you remember when you first started learning English?
I think it was second grade. Well, in our school, we learn English from kindergarten. But when I really started to get into it and learn how to speak, how to read, I think it was second grade.
Second grade, so you were like what, 6, 7, 8?
About that, yeah.
Okay, so when you were learning English, what was something that was hard for you as part of learning the language?
I think it was, at first it was speaking, because I didn't know what my accent was. So I just kind of spoke with a Russian accent, like quite everybody does. But then I started watching more movies and YouTube videos, and I think I got my accent from there.
I think you sound like you have an Australian accent.
Oh, no.
And if you ever go to Australia, if you ever meet an Australian person, don't ever say shrimp on the barbie. I heard that was, I know a guy I met in America, a pastor friend, he's a pastor, and I asked him what not to say in Australia, and he said, don't say shrimp on the barbie. I don't know why. No idea. So if you can remember that. All right, so we're going to jump into today's main topic of the day, which is the English Olympics in Romania. How does that work? What is it?
It's an English competition for kids from 7th grade to 12th grade, and they test you in areas like writing, speaking, and reading.
Okay. That sounds a lot like Science Olympiad, which is in America. Maybe they have it here in the States where they test kids, but it's all in science. They come and they do different experiments and things like that. So you represented, how did that work? Did you represent Scoala Harul here?
Yeah.
It's a single, it's from the schools? How does that work?
There's multiple stages. There's a school stage, county stage, a country stage, I think. That's how you say it. So you're allowed to go to the school stage, and then if you get like a 90-point score, you can go to the county phase, and then if you get a 95-point score, you can go to the national phase.
Okay, and how long of a time frame is this? Is it like a 1-week thing? Or
no,
months?
I think it's a month in between.
Okay, so you made it through the school stage, then you went to the county stage, and then you got to the national level.
Yeah.
Okay, then what happened on the national level? So that means that you were one of the country's best English speakers for this age group, which is crazy. That's phenomenal.
I was actually first place in my county.
First place in the county. So then what happened then? So you got to the national stage, and then what?
I got to the national stage. It was in Cluj-Napoca. I had to be there for a week because we also did city tours and other stuff besides the competition. We had writing and speaking. I think I had one mistake in writing. Full score on speaking, but the thing that I messed up was the narrative essay at the end of the writing thingy. Yeah, you have to write an essay, and for 7th and 8th grade, it's a narrative essay. You have to write a story. They give you the beginning or the end and word count. And you have to write a narrative essay including the beginning or the ending that they give you, and have 200 words or so.
Wow. I had to do this for România. I had to write a narrative essay. A fost cel mai grea lucru am văzut în viața mea. I can break the rules. I'm the host here. Okay. But it's scary because they gave me a prompt and I had to write, and this was 12 weeks into learning Romanian. They gave me the beginning and then I had to fill in the beginning. I did viața mea. Okay. So that's why you didn't win then, was because of that narrative essay, or?
I'm really good at writing. I really like writing. But I didn't have 200 words. My essay was 400 words. Because we needed to write this creative thing. I had to make something original. Mm-hmm. It had to be original. So I couldn't just do it in 200 words. It was way too short for me.
That does seem kind of short for a short essay. It is,
yeah. And then after the speaking, how do you say that? Probă.
Oh, like the test or the, I don't know how to say it either. I did the same thing, like scenario or something. There's a word for it. You're talking about where you had to do the speaking test? Mm-hmm. I don't know, you could just say a test. I don't know. I'm blanking on the same thing. I don't know the English word or the Romanian word. Lord help me. I don't know. We'll just say the speaking test part.
After the speaking test part, they call you in a room for feedback. So they tell you what you did, how you did, and stuff like that. And the teacher that was giving us feedback, he was really angry because everybody wrote about the same thing at their narrative essay. And he explained what they wrote about. And I raised my hand and I was like, I didn't write about that. I think my essay was original. I think my essay was a good essay. And then he was like, I couldn't give you any points because you had 400 words.
That's why he didn't give you any points?
Yeah, and that's why I lost the first place. So.
Do we have the number to call that guy? Do you need me to go represent you?
I don't know. I don't want to see his face ever again.
So did you detest that then?
Yeah, I was really angry because you can't write a story with beginning, ending, and also a plot in 200 words.
No, not if you want detail. And I know because I did that. And I'm not the best writer, but in terms of setting up, if you want it to be a good story, yeah, that had to have been really difficult. I would be angry too. There wasn't any way for you to go to a higher up person and said, hey, I really don't get scored on this because I wrote more.
No, not really, because one of the criteria that they give you points for, it's you have an idea, but you have to be able to compress it. Mm-hmm. That's an ability they look for.
Which I get that, because let's say you did, I'm not saying I'm siding with them, okay, don't get angry at me here, okay? I can kind of see their point, because in it, let's say you're supposed to write 2 pages and you wrote 7 pages. If I read through all your 7 pages, I'm going to start to think that your English is better because you know more. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry that happened to you, but rest assured your English is amazing. You would have no problem in the States. So let's maybe conclude with this. Kids are trying to learn English. Parents now in Romania want their kids to learn English. Things are changing. English is an amazing language to know. It's a business language. It's a world language. What would be some pointers or maybe words of encouragement that you could give to kids trying to learn, or parents, to maybe help push their kids to learn English?
let them read in English, watch movies without subtitles. When I was younger, there weren't any subtitles, so I had to watch movies in English. So that kind of forced me to learn English and understand what's going on. Audiobooks, podcasts, stuff like that help a lot.
That's amazing. That's great advice. I often tell our students similar. I say, hey, reading is important and listening is important. It doesn't matter if you don't know all the words. You're going to see context, and you're going to start to hear words over and over again, common words, phrases, and it kind of builds on from that. Massive opportunities you have for knowing English, because then you're not just stuck in a box. You can put yourself pretty much anywhere in the world. Medea, thank you for taking the time on your free day. It's a free day today because remember, Educators Day, if any of you want to send me flowers, even though this is going to air in the summer, feel free to send me flowers for Educators Day. Just kidding, don't do that. I'll feel weird because I'm a man. Thank you. Y'all, we'll catch you on the next episode of Voices from Grace podcast. Peace.